Hey everyone, welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Marlene and I am with A Room to Bloom. So I wanted to open this reading today with a message. It's a quote and it says, "Constant kindness can accomplish much. As the sun makes ice melt, kindness causes misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility to evaporate." That's by Albert Schweitzer. I thought it was a really lovely message and I wanted to share that. Thinking about, like, even as you go through your phone or you're listening to videos, that type of thing, the challenge would be, can you uh, send out compliments that are kind to others who are uh, stepping out, if you will, to bring forth information to whether it's bringing entertainment to your day, education, um, wonder, beauty, whatever that is, taking a moment to thank people and being able to see things through their eyes, if you will. Anyway, so I wanted to start with a deck here called I Am today. These are daily motivation cards. So let's see what comes up. And then the other thing is I have a couple, 2 or 3 animal decks that I wanted to use today. I was out on a walk and I had so many beautiful things. The other day I went on a walk. I still have the feathers in a bag. I think there were 7 feathers. Okay, there were 7. And then, let's see, the other day I went out, or today I went out, and I only picked up 4 of probably 7 or 8, but those are just wonderful things, right? And as I was out on that walk, yellow butterfly, a red butterfly, an orange butterfly, a grasshopper. I took a video of a dragonfly, but I wasn't even quite sure what it was. It was like this long and it was purple. And the way that it moved, I couldn't see its wings even. So it looked like this purple stick kind of moving, and then I slowed down and was able to get a video of it. But really beautiful, beautiful day out to walk. So hopefully you've had an opportunity to do that, and being aware of the animals that are coming into your presence and what messages there are for you. So I also have the angel numbers deck as well. Okay, first card we have is I am proud. I take deep pleasure in my own achievements, right? So again, taking pleasure and being proud of your work is different than being egoic about it, right? So knowing that you've worked to bring great work forth to help others or to get through something, right? Taking deep pleasure in your own achievements. Beautiful colors there though too. It looks like what it really looks like is kind of a really cool agate, doesn't it? Okay, so what else do we have today here? Okay, I am. If you just took a moment, this is blank. If you took a moment and you said you are, and before you just fill that in with something. Your thoughts have power. Your words have power. So speak words of life over yourself. This is what you are being encouraged to do. Speak words of life over yourself and over others, of course, right? So you could be funny and try to throw in some funny things, but when you really hone into that and you see the essence of the self, right? Self-recognize, you are what? Okay, the next one we have is I am peaceful. I feel tranquil and quiet in my body, right? Lovely colors yet again. And so I know that not every card will resonate with everyone, but when someone is stepping on to watch videos, it is oftentimes a place where someone might be going to just find relaxation, especially if it is a longer form video versus like a lot of scrolling and a lot of messages where it's like changing the channel every couple seconds. And that's where if people are struggling with holding their attention, you might try some longer form videos and just allow it to start and to listen to the message flow. It's kind of like if you've ever gone to a play or a movie, it takes a while to set the stage, right? Just like when you're starting a new book. You kind of got to hang in there a little bit just so you can kind of get what's going on, right? And that's the same thing. The same thing with this. If you are not feeling peaceful, take a moment and just, speaking those words over yourself, allowing yourself to feel quiet in your mind and body. The next one is, I am elevated. My awareness is always expanding as I rise to my highest good, right? So that is absolutely something. So finding peace and choosing to do that elevates you. It elevates you because you are quieting your mind and body. You are being more aware and conscientious of as to how you are expending your energy, right? It's a place and a space where you recharge. The words that are coming to me is, have you ever been in that place where you are peaceful? And then you have something or someone that comes in to throw off that peace, right? And then there could be ego that jumps up and says, well, I want it this way, or whatever that is. But when you just allow and you let things move through, it's the idea of picking your battles wisely when you're checking in with your own energetic field. Is it worth the expended energy to just go into that? Because what you give energy to gets bigger, right? And so when you allow that to pass and you refocus on your peace, then your peace gets bigger, right? Okay, what else do we have? Well, okay, so I'm going to take the one that went upside down here. I am resilient. Yes, I have the power to bounce back from any situation. This is really interesting. I did a reading with a different deck today, and bounce back came up, and I had never used the deck before. So bouncing back came up. So having the power to bounce back from any situation. So the thing is that whatever we are going through, right? We're moving through things, situations, challenges, whatever that is, energetic shifts. And you can feel that. Planetary alignments, right? You can feel that if you are sensitive to that stuff. And so whatever the situation is going on, it's allowing it to move through and understanding that it is a process, right? And that you can and will bounce back. You have the power to do so. All right. So we're going to go ahead and see what comes up with these, the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. Well, you know what? This is just kind of funny. Let's just start with the spirit cats. Let's see what comes up with these. Oh, sorry about that noise. Okay. All right, what message do you have for the collective here under I Am Proud? We have Seeker. And here is the image of the cat. This is kind of, elusive. I see how it is. Okay. Meet Spiral. So let's hold that up again. He's always searching, researching, seeking, questioning. He even looks a little bit like a question mark. He is an endlessly curious kitty, peering into the mystery and seeing what stars he can bring home to his family. Follow this kitty as you spiral inward and seek to understand yourself more fully. Peer deep into what you feel, what you believe, and what you know. Ask what is hiding beneath this feeling. Where did this belief originate? And where is it taking me? What are the treasures of meaning and understanding that I can distill from each experience? Spiral is calling you to begin your quest today. I'm really happy this came up because it's something that I was going to be writing about, and it's just so apropos, right? And the other thing that this falls under the card that says, I am proud, right? I am proud to be a seeker. I take deep pleasure in my own accomplishments, right? Like Jesus says, ask and you shall find, knock and the door will open, right? Or seek and you shall find, pardon me. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, the next one, here's the kitty. It speaks about resilience, which is so interesting. So that falls under the blank card. So if you haven't thought of something there yet, this speaks of resilience. Meet Golden. He already knows how to absorb the sunshine even after some rough patches. He has faced the lonely, hungry alleys, losing those he loved through both chance and betrayal. He allows his feelings of sadness, grief, disappointment, and failure to flow through him and to pass, as everything does. He is present with the fullness of life, the complete spectrum of experience. Even in the deepest, coldest night, there is a golden sun in his heart to sustain him. Trust in your resilience. Keep moving, keep accepting, and keep growing. The tide is turning, right? I have goosebumps as I'm just, reading that. Keep moving, so keep taking the steps forward, right? Which would be in alignment with this. I am resilient. Keep accepting. I accept. I am peaceful, right? Keep growing. I'm seeking, right? The tide is turning. Things are shifting. Which I find interesting because look at that water image there, right? Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, so here's a silhouette of a kitty in a tree, and it speaks of solitude, which is interesting because it does fall under the I am peaceful card. Meet Lily. She sits contently in the center of the sky. Everything is vast, still, and quietly beautiful. The wind might rustle a song out of the leaves, but she is far from human voices and other meows and hisses. Lily contains the sweet, peaceful expanse of solitude. She will return to the world soon, but for now, let's not disturb her. Find your own space to meet yourself. Perhaps it is in the woods, or perhaps it is on a crowded dance floor with your eyes closed. When you are alone, it is easier to hear your own voice, to discern your longings, and to rekindle faith in yourself, right? So it is in that solitude where we find our peace, where we decide what is worth expending our energy on. Okay, what else do we have here under I am elevated? Okay, so this looks like I don't know, a Halloween cat. Oh, it's kind of reminding me of the magician cat because of that sign like under there of the infinity sign, the crescent moon on the forehead. It speaks about being a catalyst, okay? Meet Luna. She may seem a little ominous at first, but do not worry. She is truly here to help us. She is the catalyst. She is the kitty from the philosopher's stone, the magical alchemy that metaphorically turns lead into gold. She might shake things up like a crazy thunderstorm, but that sky will be so much clearer afterwards. She is the maven of breakthrough and revelations, and when Luna crosses your path, you might feel a shiver, but do not be afraid. This is only the first sign of a miraculous shift. Okay, so what is coming to me is, and I'm getting goosebumps, is it's 5:55 right now, which speaks of changes. Okay. If you ever go to church or you hear a speaker, it doesn't matter where you hear the speaker, but let's just take the word minister, right? And it's a little, it's not about being preachy, but about a story that someone is telling to enlighten others, right? To encourage, to inspire others. And so when you take the word minister, I always break it down like a mini stirring of the soul, right? So someone speaks and there is a mini stirring of the soul. It gives someone something to think about, to ponder, to reflect on, to look at oneself. Where am I in this situation, right? Because all messages come through for us to help us what? Elevate, right? To become the highest and best version of ourselves, which is the it falls under this card, the catalyst. So when someone speaks, this is about saying maybe you'd be like, ooh, not so sure that that's for me. But if you hold steady, and even though there's a storm because something comes up that helps you process it, release it, let it go, what does it say? It shakes things up like a crazy thunderstorm, but the sky will feel so much clearer afterward because the catalyst helps someone like break something up, to process something, to learn something new, to step in a different direction. Okay, under I am resilient. Okay, here's the kitty, white kitty, speaks about a cozy home. Meet shrine. He loves to curl in a fluffy ball of appreciation and to take in the calm, cozy expanse of his home. Create a sanctuary of peace and inspiration. Let go of objects that don't make you happy. If there are broken items that you have been meaning to fix, unused gifts, or remnants of a passionless hobby, send those things on their way. Clear the space and surround yourself only with the things that support you and make your heart sing with the joy of being alive. Light a candle, open a window, be thankful for all that you have, and sit shrine in your lap and honor your home, right? Being grateful for all that you have. There's something with that, with like feng shui. Any items that you have that are broken, like you have the great intention to fix something, uh, and then you do, it's like, okay, you're gonna get around to it, and then life keeps happening, and then that whatever keeps sitting there. And not only does that sit there, there's a few more that have been getting added to that, and I've been there in my life, definitely, right? But that's kind of, it's like an energy thing. So it's either like saying I'm going to consciously I'm going to do this, I'm doing this, right? Setting the plan in action to take care of it, or simply to pass it on to someone else or someplace else that will do that or whatever with the item. Okay, I don't know why I went one more, but I just was feeling called to. So here we are. We have a cute blue and green cat, and it speaks about mystery. Meet Esmeralda. She is sweet, unknown, in the allure of endless mystery. There are things that are impossible for our human minds to fully comprehend. The future is often obscured from our view, yet we must make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities, or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. Esmeralda beckons us to make peace with the mystery. Let the great unknown sit beside you as you wash the dishes and you fall in love and you write your story and live your strange, winding life, right? So instead of worry, we're leaning into wonder, right? Oh, I wonder what's next, right? And just keeping that high positive vibration with the mystery. On the bottom of the deck, we have imagination. Let's take a look at the image on here. Another blue and green one. Okay, imagination. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact, he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from far off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today he is purple and green, but tomorrow he might be made of flowers, or the next day he might have stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z, right? It's okay to embrace something new on a regular basis. I was in a place where it's like people serve tea, and there are all these flavored teas, and someone was saying that they come in every day and they try a new one, right? So it's like not the same old, and each day is a new day. They don't have a pattern, so they're doing something new. They change the energy. All right, so what else do we have here? Let's take the Spirit Animal Oracle. All right. What messages do you have here for the collective? Black Bear, we have the Guardian. This is just, this little bear looks a little forlorn, and the birds, the chickadees, they look like they're there also to cheer up someone, right? Gentle and wise protector watching over someone. Give me your confidence and your power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. It's really powerful, right? As a protector, right? Watching over your children, your grandchildren, your family members, those you love, and helping them through whatever might be going on in their experience, right? It doesn't mean taking everything on for them, but yet watching over them to let them know that they are not alone on their journey. Okay, we have the Owl and Magic, and this comes up under resilience. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. This falls under resilience, right? So you can see through deception. Being resilient. Let the past go and make room for a better life. So again, we have resilience twice, and I literally just realized that, because one was Golden the cat, right, and one was I am resilient here. Okay, what else do we have under I am peaceful and solitude? Okay, we have the two little birds again, although it's speaking about the squirrel and always being prepared. Okay, and it's interesting, we'll just be getting into the fall season. I'm recording this on August 27th right now. You are the expert at hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need, right? So like the squirrels are, they're always gathering nuts and putting them away, and they always play too, right? That work hard, play hard kind of balance. Okay, the next one under I am elevated, we have the lizard and the regeneration, and the under I am elevated in the catalyst card. So it says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And what I'm seeing here is so this has the ocean in it, right? And starfish, right, can regenerate themselves. The liver can regenerate. So as a survivor, you are unparalleled. What have you gone through? It may have pushed you into an awakening, right? So your awareness has been expanding and you rise to your highest good, understanding that you have been in a period of regeneration and that you can regenerate. All right. Oop, we're going to take one more here under I Am Resilient. We have another bear. This is the grizzly bear, and it speaks about power in the cozy home. So this grizzly bear has a fish in its mouth. I am indestructible, which is so interesting to follow the regeneration card, right? I honor my intuition, and I go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I never give up falls under the I Am Resilient. I have the power to bounce back from any situation. I never give up. We may take a rest, but the idea is not to stop. I did a podcast some time ago, and it's speaking about when we, sometimes we get in situations, our vision is that situation is just going to be a stepping stone, right, to the next thing. But sometimes we take that stepping stone and we start getting comfortable on the stepping stone, and the next thing we know, we're turning what would have been a stepping stone into a patio, and we're setting up house there, and we're like getting really comfortable on our stepping stone. But it was always meant to be a stepping stone, not a patio, not a place to stay forever. And so this raises the question, have you stayed somewhere too long? Stayed somewhere in a situation, at a job, whatever, in a location, whatever that is. And it's just an evaluation to look at it, to ask yourself. Maybe you have been, you know it, and it's in the back of your head, or you have others, kind of saying stuff, but you might be kind of stubborn, right? And you don't want to make changes. But there's something at you that it's interesting, especially with the bear, the word that's coming to me is gnawing at you, right? That's gnawing at you saying, yeah, I am ready for a shift, right? I am resilient, and I trust the path, right? I trust the mystery. I don't have to know all of the answers. I trust that when I leap, I will be caught, right? That there is another path for me. Okay, actually I was going to do this. The bottom of the deck, we have the coyote, the revealer of truth, which is interesting because that would go hand in hand with the imagination card. Okay, and same colors. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. That's interesting with that imagination card. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and the tricks of life and learn from them, right? So that could go back to situations that you've been in for a super long time. And you might feel like you're in Groundhog's Day, right? And this is saying, yeah, ready for a shift, ready to step out into the mystery and have new experiences. So look out for the traps and the tricks of life and learn from them. Okay, so there is that card. All right, I wanted to see. I'm going to see what time it is. It's 28. I think what I'm going to do is just wrap this up for now with this reading. I want to say thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the message. Take care. Have a great night.